Question for you. How many of you have a piece of artwork that you don't quite want to get rid of, but you're also not too sure of what to do with it? It may be sitting in your garage collecting dust or tucked away in a corner somewhere. I'm your girl Kim, your resident D.I.tryer and genuine lifestyling guru here at Relaunch in Color. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I upcycled a piece I purchased years ago and making it into a modern abstract piece worthy of hanging in my home. I'll also be showing you how you can make your own frame for your own piece of modern artwork. So if you love budget-friendly home decor, thrift flips, or easy DIY wall art, this fun creative project is one you'll want to try. Stick around. To begin, I covered the entire base of my frame in a white paint that I had in my garage. I am all about repurposing. So know for your upcycled art, you can use whatever color you desire. Right here, I'm taking some joint compound and attempting to spread it across the board, but this compound is a tad bit thick, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to have to do. Now, me scooping the joint compound straight from the box was not working. It was entirely too thick. So what you see here is some of the joint compound placed into a bowl, just a regular plastic bowl. And I just added a little bit of water to kind of thin it out so that it could be almost like a pancake mix, but not too thin to the point where it would drip off the board. Just enough so that the texture could really get to texturing. You'll see. See how I'm able to now kind of pour out the batter-like mixture and it spreads a bit more easily? That's what you're looking for, the consistency you're looking for, so that you can spread the joint compound across the canvas with ease. I chose to freestyle this piece of artwork, or rather upcycled artwork. I noticed that a lot of people often go to Pinterest for some design ideas, but for this one, I just wanted to kind of just flow and do my own thing and just figure it out as I went along. It was very non-stressful and just a great way to just be free and relaxed. I used a combination of paint spatulas, an old paint roller, a hair comb, and even a fork at one point. Ariel from The Little Mermaid would definitely be proud of me for this piece of artwork. I was thinking that I would keep this painting, or this upcycled artwork rather, as it is, with the using the drywall plaster. Actually, it's joint compound, but this is what I noticed that I'm going to have to fix. Almost tripped. Right in here, do you see right there where it's cracking? I believe that is because of how thick I put the joint compound on. So it's cracking all through there. So I think I don't know how I'm going to fix it actually. So I believe that I'm going to just spray paint it and see how it comes out. Initially, I thought I was ready to paint, but the artist in me felt like my work of art was still a bit incomplete. So I added more joint compound. Remember, if you are doing this D.I.try and making your own abstract art, it's yours and you can do what you want to do. So that's what I'm doing here. I got a bit more artsy-fartsy and decided I wanted to add just a smidge more of gold foil pieces to my artwork. This is about to be something that can be in a gallery and you need to buy it. except you don't have to because you can make your own. My D.I.trY upcycled art is complete, and now I'm going to try my hand at making a frame for my canvas because I felt like it still looked like it needed a little something. I'm going to be using 1x2 pieces of poplar and marking off where I think I need to make 45-degree angled cuts. This is my first time doing this, so we'll see how or if it works out. Keep watching. I'm going to try to explain this as best I can. My 1x2 poplar piece of board, I have it standing up. It's not laying down on the miter saw. It's standing up against the back fence so that I can make my first cut, which is going to be a left 45-degree angled cut. So to try to best illustrate this, this is a 1x2. Right now it is laying on the miter saw, on the base of the miter saw. What I'm saying to do is stand it up, lay it flat against the back fence of the miter saw. This is the fence. And then you're going to make your 45-degree angled cut. I've already made a 45-degree angle cut, but the purposes of this is simply to show you or illustrate to you what I mean by having the piece against the fence of the miter saw. Friendly reminder / disclaimer, I am your girl Kim, your resident D.I.tryer. I learn as I go sometimes. Sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm just trying it out. Like this right now, my way of measuring this next cut, I'm not using a tape measure. I'm simply going to mark it here and then see what happens. With that said, back to the garage workshop I go, where I am taking my miter saw and swinging it over to the right for a right 45-degree angle cut that I'm going to make on the outer edge of my measurement, which is also considered for me as the left side of the markings that I made. While I get this next piece of wood set up for cutting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Relaunch in Color for more D.I.trY shenanigans and genuine lifestyling. Now, while this is not difficult once you get it down, okay, no. This crap was challenging for me, okay? Just as challenging as it is for me to describe these left 45-degree angle and right 45-degree angle and concave and up against the fence cuts, it was challenging for me too. So I say this to, one, be very transparent, and two, to encourage you to keep going, keep trying. This is what D.I.trY is all about: learning, growing, and executing. Because baby, wait till you see the finished product. Let's keep working. After each cut, I come back inside to measure my next piece and see what kind of cut I'm going to have to work with, whether it's a left 45 or a right 45-degree cut. Now, is this time consuming? Absolutely. Am I a novice D.I.tryer? Absolutely again. I'm doing what works best for me and my learning curve. I suggest you do the same, and do not let these people out in these internet streets fool you to think that they just know everything. Do it your way, what's most comfortable for you. Back to the workshop. Now let's get back into some unconventional ways to measure that work for me. I'm basically taking the piece that I cut and butting it up against the piece that I need to cut. I am going to mark where I think the angle needs to start and stop, and that's where the top 45 degree that's already cut is going to meet the new 45 degree angle that I'm about to cut. I'll take this piece to the miter saw to match this 45 degree cut to this cut right here. And once again, there's no tape measure. I am back to my shenanigans of measuring by simply scribing or marking out where I think this needs to be cut. So far, it's been working out for me. With all of my pieces cut, it's now time for me to sand each piece so that I can prepare it for staining. I'm using an orbital sander with a 300 grit paper. You don't necessarily have to use an orbital sander. You can always use a handheld. I'll link this orbital sander and all supplies used in the description. For my stain, I used a clear polyurethane gloss because I still wanted to maintain the wood look. Now it's time for the fun. To put the wood frame together, I used a combination of wood glue, corner clamps, and my handy dandy nail gun. After using my nail gun to reinforce the wood glue that's holding the frame together, I went through and filled the nail holes with wood glue. What you see me doing now is taking a light sander to gently sand over where the wood glue was to make this whole frame look professional and cohesive. Placing the canvas inside the wood frame was a smidge of a battle for me because of course everything is already nailed together and there is no actual stretch going on here, but somehow I managed to get it all fitted in. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, what's the tight fit? But it's in there. All right. Okay. There were a few areas that needed touch-ups, so using my wood filler, I went ahead and touched those areas up, and that was a quick fix. And here is the finished upcycled abstract art piece that I've received numerous compliments on. It's hanging high in my home and everyone wants to know, where did I get this from? And guess what? When you do your own, you can let them know that you did it yourself. It's your own D.I.trY. Let me know if you'd be willing to try this. I'd love to see what you do. Thanks for joining me here at Relaunch in Color, where we like to DIY it all and live genuinely while doing it. Check out the rest of the DIY and genuine lifestyling playlist, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Relaunch in Color channel.